There we
And
go.
that's why everyone should have a snack cup.
I agree in oh so many ways.
That is so cool.
My
Must
other
have.
brought this home for me the other day. Just it's right on top. Very important.
Amazing.
That's sort of what I do. Okay, cool. Where we left off last, y'all had just finished recovering the painting from a mimic in the bar. To my knowledge, y'all have then gone off to the summer quarter and have begun the, I'm going to call it a revolution.
Viva la revolution.
So what are you doing now?
I would like to find my mom since I sent her here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you make a roll for that. It wouldn't take long for you to find her. Is there something in particular you wanted to ask her?
I just want to make sure she made it here alive.
Oh yeah, she's fine. Her and the rest of the fam have made it here.
Oh, and I guess I could tell her about the thing with the compass and the. Is it a compass? It was
The
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it was a compass.
okay. I'll tell her about that. I'm gonna show her my sweet dagger. That's me holding at my hip.
Right.
Not working.
Yeah, I assumed, yeah, you were pointing at your belt or something.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she gives you a big hug and wishes you the best as she is now put in charge of rallying up the forces here. Since the Rottens have taken the front and are trying to lead the expedition into the city, she's pretty busy.
That's all.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're heading to the forge, right?
That's the last thing I heard. But before we embarked there, I wanted to make sure that we got an opportunity for anybody to do anything else that they were wanting to do.
Would it take a super long time for me to just whisper in Mulder's ear that I'm hoping he can make me a scroll?
Yeah, that would take about 24 hours
Okay.
for him to write it down, but he could.
Okay.
I forgot to ask outside of game. I'll ask here. Is there any chance of me finding some rope, some basic camp survival gear that to replace my stuff?
Oh yeah.
And a long sword.
You can, without a problem, find yourself either an adventuring pack or a dungeoneering pack, which should have all of the basics that you'll need. As far as a
Okay.
longsword, that's also not a big deal. As long as you're not looking for anything magical, that'll involve like stuff. But if you're just looking for a mundane longsword, no problem.
Okay.
why the long sword if you have the sunblade?
One, it looks like I'm carrying a weapon instead of just carrying an object on my hip. It's a visibility thing. Two, I'm putting my buckler inside my backpack for now because that's not going to be as useful in the future because of other upgrades that this really awesome DM did to my coin. And I keep thinking of ways to use all the upgrades of said coin.
I don't like to think of it as upgrading. I like to think of it as fully describing the potential of the magic item you've had.
I like that too. That was fantastic. And the other thing is, if I put the buckler in there, then that means that the ring on my finger can activate and can be attuned with me.
Yeah.
Whatever it does, without having to give up the other two items. For example, the sunblade and the coin. And there is nothing more dangerous than a pissed off dwarf with two weapons.
I mean, yeah, fair. Um, okay. Anything else anybody want? You've got tons of healing potions, so I don't necessarily think that that's an issue.
I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my sheet.
Cool, do it. Uh,
Do we know about how long we plan on hanging out here?
That's really the question I'm giving you right now, is that you could, I mean, if you wanted to, you could take probably a short rest without having anything negative happen. For a long rest, I'd have to roll some things, but that's up to you. If you'd rather move on, you can move on. If you'd rather rest, you can rest.
I'm down.
Is my tinker dude here? The dude from the tower? Who was supposed to be making my belt, my buckle, do what I want?
He is not. And
Okay.
the name of that NPC was Fickle.
Pickle, yeah, pickle.
I'm down 12 hit points, so can I take a healing potion to get those back, or do I have to do a long rest, or what do I?
Well, you can either drink a healing potion or you can take a short rest, and then you'll get to spend one of your hit dice to recover some hit points. But that's up to you.
Just out of curiosity, all the people who were in the market area should now be here, right?
Correct.
So being she's the folk hero, can't they just heal her? I'm just thinking out loud.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you're absolutely right.
I would like to find a healer.
That is 100% not an issue because the person that greeted you is a cleric,
Great.
visibly wearing cleric's vestments.
Would like to ask that healer to please heal me.
Okay.
And I think yeah, I'm gonna at least do the short rest to recover any magic slots that I've taken.
That's fine.
The 6'7" cleric bends down and crouches to your level and looks you dead in the eye and goes, "Of course I can help you." And then reaches out and boops you on the nose and heals 12 hit points.
Oh. Tingly. Thanks.
Yeah, yes. We'll see if you can figure out the other thing that happened.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I would like to see if anybody in my party maybe needs a vicious rapier, because I don't need it anymore, because now I have this cool Vorpal dagger thingy.
I could grab that, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Make it so, DM.
Uh,
What first show is that from? Make it so, number one.
That is-
I
Star
can't.
Trek.
The next generation.
Great. My parents were trying.
The best of all the best of all the Star Treks.
Sorry for distraction. I needed to know where that quote came from. Okay, now we go to the forge.
LaForge.
LaForge. We're going to engineering? What?
Apparently.
Can't do it, Captain. She hadn't got the power.
I mean, Scotty did show up in in Star Trek: The Next Generation once.
I'm a dungeon master, not a nerf herder. Okay, cool.
Actually, at least 3 of the original actors showed up in the Next Generation.
That's true.
Forrest Kelly on the first episode, Leonard Nimoy for several episodes later on, and then
And then Scotty.
oh, I'm gonna kick myself.
Don't do it.
I've unfortunately opened a can of worms. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I've now moved the item off of River's sheet and onto Tonks. If it isn't showing up already, refresh your sheet, it should be there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no props. Yeah, when we noticed last session that Tonks did not have a single melee weapon. Not a bad plan for someone to share a weapon.
Oops.
I appreciate it, River. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
James Duhan.
That's the one. Mutually beneficial. Okay. All right, now that we've shorn up hit points and traded magic items, is there anything else before we depart this area of the city?
Probably snacks.
Is Emil here?
Oh, that's a great question.
He is not.
Do we know where Emil is?
I'll be right back.
What'd you do with it, Ymir?
I will have you make an insight check.
Who, everyone?
Anyone that wants to try and figure out where Emil is. Right now, Lord Dadu is the only one who actively said he's looking for Emil.
Oh shit. I'll help with this.
Well, great. I have no idea at all where he's at.
Nope,
Did
that's
you
a
say insight?
yes, it did. That is a 4. Torch rolled a 16. Nice.
I'm gonna try.
A 7 from River.
That's what,
Freaking hate it. Insight, insight, insight.
excellent.
17.
Excellent, Heather.
Okay.
Rolling Heather.
Just yell pies.
Okay. So yeah, Lord Dadu, you do not know where Emil was. The last time you remember seeing him was when you were leaving the sewer.
Covered in HP.
Poop tunnel.
Poop tunnel.
Ah,
Everyone remembers the poop tunnel episode.
sorry, we do.
Yeah, that's the last place you remember seeing him. That's the same to go for River, is that you don't remember seeing him after that.
I have
Torch,
a crappy memory.
Torch and Tonks, though, you remember him being there all the way up until the Displacer Beast encounter. But then you don't remember him being there afterwards.
Was
Oh
that
no.
we got back to the headquarters or after?
That was before. Yeah, Emil was not there the entire time you were at the HQ.
Yeah, okay. Did he peace out because of the Spicer Beast?
He left without saying anything to anybody. So hard to say.
SOB.
But he's not in the summer quarter, so we have no idea where he's at.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else?
Can we ask?
The magic item that Emil used on Lord Dadu. Whatever happened to that?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The horn.
The one that Lord Dadu.
Oh, the Horn of Blasting. It blew up.
No, not that. The
Oh.
one that made Lord Dadu have to be responsible for Emil's life.
Oh, those bracelets.
Yeah.
What about them?
Just wondering whatever happened to them. Whether or not Lord Dadu had them or Emil had them again, or
He removed the one that was on Lord Dadu. That happened in the night market before the two of you were separated.
okay.
Hmm.
After he knew that you weren't going to turn on him, the threat was gone, and so he removed that from you. It was also the best way that during that fight that looked like you probably would all die, he wouldn't also die. Let's not consider that Emil is 100% altruistic in this.
No, I just thought it'd be great the next time I saw Castle Basel Parrot Pop. If I could throw one of them on him.
Yes.
Please take this candy away from me. Far away.
Bonus, I got candy.
All right, I'm ready to head toward the Iron Baron's place.
Okay, towards Lost Forge.
Do
Okay.
it.
Okay. So you have secured your way all the way through South Harbor and Traders Bend. As you get closer to Lost Forge, I'm going to need everyone to make a wisdom save for me.
Oh,
Save
I'm at.
your wisdom. Sorry.
A save, not a check, just
Oh, that's nice.
16, 8, 9, 6,
Feeling real dumb right now.
20.
Thank goodness for your mirror.
It was leaning on 4.
Okay. So first and foremost, Torch and Emir, you are unaffected by this.
Oh no.
River, Lord Dadu, Tonks, you hear a very, very loud voice echoing around you. As far as you're concerned, it's coming from around you. You others don't hear anything at all. That is just yelling and screaming and wailing and trying to dig its way into your mind. Let's roll. You're going to take 1d6 psychic damage. Okay, everyone takes 5. Well, the 3 of you take 5. As you pass closer to Ivor's tower. As you get closer, though, who of you has the sending stones?
Shadow has one, I know for sure.
No, Tonks has it because we sent her, or sorry, Torch has it because we sent her up in the sky.
Right, yep.
And Modair had the other one last time.
There's 3, isn't there?
And-
No,
and
no,
the
there's
third
somebody
one-
listening in.
The
Right?
third one's with Timothy.
Yeah, the third one's with Timothy.
Okay, well then that would mean that Torch, while all of this is happening, you hear Timothy cross across the sending stones. We're already on our end whenever you're ready. Last we saw him, he was prepping to do some serious damage to Ivor's whole operation. Seems like now he is set.
I announced that to the group that Timothy came through.
We should tell him to hide out and hang out until we've got the lieutenants dispatched, in my opinion.
So sit tight for the signal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bet. Now
On the other hand, if he goes ahead, that could be a decent distraction. Maybe Ivor's paying attention, or maybe Tower Guy is distracted by that while we're taking out his lieutenant.
Yeah, but we risk starting all out war when we're not ready to take on Ivor yet.
Yeah.
Skovald Ivor. I got it.
Scovold Oni Ivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Oni's a sure thing.
But don't forget he gets harder each time.
Yeah, and he's rather pissed off at us.
yeah, you burned the absolute hell out of him last time.
I said he's a little pissed off at us.
I'm in character right now. Arrogant dwarf.
You're gonna do a spell on him too to make him fight, right? Like that's your intention, Dadu, at some point, is make him fight? Or do you remember that at one point you wanted to put a spell on him to force him to?
I wanted to put compel duel on him, but that was when it was just him and I. Because if somebody else attacks him during that time, or if somebody else hits him during that time, the spell's gone.
Ah,
Yeah, it makes the guy fight him, but only if he's the only target.
Did you say the only Tony?
Only target.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess I should say the only combatant. That's the whole point of the duel part of the compelled duel. Okay. Continuing east, you get to the borders of downtown Lost Forge, and you start to see the remnants of any of Skovald's forces that were still in this part of the city when things started to fall. And it is a bloodbath. This whole sort of trail of carnage leads back into the main house that their guild would occupy.
So is there anybody around right now?
You see nobody around you aside from the stuff that's everywhere.
So as we're in this area, can we loot the bodies? What?
You're not shocking the DM in the least.
We could just keep moving and try to find the bad guy.
Hey, picking up things along the way, including sigils. I want the sigils.
Hey, Lord Dadu, I need you to make me an investigation check.
Please forgive the interruption, but Miles, you said we're close to where?
You are in downtown Lost Forge right now. Like you are within about probably 250 feet of the forge itself. Yeah, a 10, and you are able to find a set of gambling dice, a set of fine clothes, and 2 daggers.
No sigils?
None.
Oh, well. How do I add those things to my sheet?
Inventory, manage inventory on the right.
Thanks.
Welcome. It's what
Are they they're just regular daggers?
yeah, just 2 of them.
Would it be okay if I did a perception check or something to see if there's anything hiding in the corners or maybe some bugs that you know they're how do I describe this? Bad guys that are waiting for easier prey than a bunch of hard ass adventurers.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you could make a perception check on that. It's fine.
I was trying to be specific.
Well, seems like Amir is rolling well tonight. Second 20 in a row.
Is that? I was like, wow, dang, it's your night.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah,
Only when it's funny.
looking around this space, you don't see anything that appears to be moving or stalking or waiting or hiding or anything. This place looks like a ghost town, despite all of the devastation. If you didn't know that this place was active and vibrant with life only about 3 or 4 days ago, you wouldn't know it.
Damn.
I am going to have you, since you made a 20 on that perception check, I want you to make an investigation check for me.
Sure. Now, see, that's more normal.
That's okay. It was more fine detail stuff anyway. That's the major difference between perception and investigation. Perception is things that you can detect with your senses without needing to try as hard as investigation, where you're actually applying yourself to it. Like searching a room is investigation. Noticing what's in the room is perception.
Gotcha.
So yeah, not a major loss. But yeah, the biggest thing that draws your attention is that all of the blood and gore that's there, it's just painted its way into the guild house.
That's terrifying.
What is the height of the guild house and what are the height of the buildings around it?
At its highest point, it's about 300 feet up.
Like 3 stories?
Yeah. Well, a story isn't 100 feet.
Yeah,
It's like 30 stories.
that's a lot.
It's a big building. Where you're approaching it, like think about this building less like it is I don't know, like a mead hall you might have seen in some TV show or movie or whatever, and think more like the Supreme Court. Like it is a big established building that takes up a large amount of space that shows off how wealthy and powerful they are.
What I was thinking is if I could get up higher and see into some windows, see what's going on.
The place, it does have a copper roof, and it does have windows along its sides. But as you can imagine, being a guild hall for a bunch of thieves, they are very well secured. But yeah, I mean, if you want to try and sneak around and investigate the place, you're welcome to. As far as the surrounding buildings, the buildings around it, none of them are quite that same size. I think the biggest of them is probably at its tallest, maybe 100 feet. And that is a chapel.
Okay. I'd like to try to get closer and see if I can see anything.
Okay. So when you say you want to try and see something, are you looking through a window or are you trying to sneak up on the door? What are you trying to do?
I'd like to get closer to the building and see if I can see in the window, in the door.
That's what I was trying to get clarification on, is you're trying to see into the building.
Yes.
Okay, so are you looking through a window, which is on the side of the building, or through the door, which is on the front of the building?
Let's start with a window on this side.
Okay, I need you to make a stealth check for me first.
Now I get to roll with advantage. Do I just roll again?
Sure,
Should I have clicked on the little A?
yeah, but that's okay. I was gonna say, if you roll higher than a 28, I'm just gonna laugh. Yeah, no, you're virtually invisible. You're almost undetectable. Now, if you're trying to look through that stuff, I need an investigation check. That's the follow-up.
God damn it.
Okay, so you very
really-
stealthily
Nope,
find your way up to the side of the building
I wanna use.
and
lucky.
sneak up and look through the window. And you want to use what?
My lucky, I'm gonna use one of the 3
Okay, do it.
and re-roll.
Do it.
Send me your good vibes, Heather. There we go. That's a lucky roll. That is a lucky roll.
Yeah,
There we
actually,
go.
an 18 is great. So as you're looking through the window, you can see that the interior of this place is lit only by candlelight. And in the center of the main hall is a very large throne that appears to have been made out of kegs that have been bronzed.
Okay,
At the top of this throne sits Scovald, this ominous aura of darkness oozing off of him and down across his throne. From the front of the building where the door is all the way into where he sits, there is just a massive swath of red. And you can see littered about the inside of this place are other bodies of various guild members from this guild. And in one large pile is all of their guild crests.
make sure Daddy has got that.
It looks as though they attempted to quit after learning what was happening, and Scoville didn't take that well.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, so
Damn.
I'm gonna stealth back to the group.
Yeah, with a 28, fine.
Great. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go. So I'm gonna stealth back to the group and I'm gonna say, guys, the vibes are bad. This red path continues all the way up to some creepy throne of kegs. You look weird. Anyway, and a bunch of guild members are like, just sort of there, and I think they're dead. And there's a pile of crests, like their guild crests in there. These vibes are bad.
Miles, what time of day is it right now?
It is the middle of the night. Like the stars are out. I think when you left the Rotten's headquarters, I said it was about 1 a.m. It's now probably maybe 2 hours later.
For clarification, were there any other living beings that I could see from?
You could not see any other living beings.
In the bodies near us, are there any city guard or personal bodyguards or anybody that might be wearing a tabard?
No. The only thing that these people wore in order to signify what and who they were those guild crests. And they're inside with Scoville.
Okay, so do y'all want me to do some more recon, like around the side, or what are we gonna do?
I don't know that it would be wise for us to go into the building. But I do think that in 4 or 5 hours or so, the sun will be up. And that means any of the bug cronies would have a difficult time attacking us out here. I don't know if Scobalt would have an issue, but I know the bugs would.
Does anybody have a bomb?
What'd you say, Brooke?
Does anybody have a bomb,
Like explosives?
like explosives? Can we blow the building up with him inside of it?
Oh, that,
Well, yeah. And I just point at Torch and Tonks.
Wall of fire.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
and
Go ahead.
I mean, I can hit the building with Eldritch Blast.
So you're saying you want to just go chill someplace for a few hours, or?
It's not my call. I just don't think it'd be wise to storm the building.
But we did come here to fight him, right?
We absolutely came here to whoop his ass.
We came to pick a fight.
Yes, we did. Actually, we came here to win a fight.
Okay, so the question is, are we gonna wait for sunrise or are we gonna go now? Right? Is that the question?
That's the question. Torch, what'll it be?
I think we should do a short rest and wait for morning. That's not fun as that sounds, but I want to survive.
I like surviving.
Like survival as well.
Somebody with better investigation should maybe pick a building. I am not good with the investigations.
I mean, there are plenty of buildings around here. And, you know, being this is Lost Forge, if we investigate the right building, we could find some cool gear.
Oh yeah.
So how many hours are you intending on spending on downtime?
Well, you said it's 3 in the morning now,
Mhm.
so when's the sun come up around here?
We'll just say roundabouts 7.
So do we want to spend 4 hours looking through buildings and or taking a short rest?
That hidden market around here someplace?
I mean, we did get a bunch of healing potions from here last time we stole things from one of those shops. Just saying.
Now, remember that moving around and doing things is not taking a short rest.
Right.
true.
That's
Yeah.
So let's be clear on what you're
We
trying to
just need
do here.
Pick a building, loot it, and then take a short rest. While we wait for some.
I like that idea.
Somebody with better investigation check.
If I were a rogue, I would say we pick the building that has the nicest storefront or the most expensive looking sign hanging up in front of it. But since I'm not a rogue, I'm not going to suggest that.
I mean, of course, that's what I would go for, but we want to make sure we pick something that's safe. I have a +0 to investigation. I do.
Unless
Oh, I-
anybody objects, I would like to find a nice comfortable corner or a wall to sit down that gives me a view of the front door of the guild. And I'm just going to set myself down and kind of, maybe not a full rest, but just at
Well-
ease, just kind of watching the door.
Why don't we find a building with the window that does that same thing so you're out of sight?
That works too. But you guys said you were going to go loot a building, so I figured I'd sit here and watch his. What's the
Yeah,
door?
you,
Guys.
you loot it, then you rest in it and you watch the door.
DM is rolling, guys.
Say he's uh-oh. Yikes. Oh. Oh wow, that could be good or bad.
Okay, so we go in the closest building that has a window looking into at the door of the place.
Oh, did that roll publicly?
Yes.
Well, I had set it to self, so.
Lord Dadu, can you investigate this closest building to the place with the window facing the door?
I mean, I have a fantastic +4 to that and everything, but have you seen my rolls tonight? They look a lot like that.
I'll try it if you want.
There, that's my investigation. I suggest somebody else tries it.
Somebody
Me
else
too.
check this place out. Should we all?
I,
Should we all?
I love how you called it. Like, my rolls have been like this.
Everybody, come on, y'all. Somebody roll higher than a 10.
I have similar problems to Dadu.
I mean, River just said she has
We're
a
all
+0
trying.
and
No.
she
So-
rolled higher than
Here, bail us out.
Amir, you're
Come on,
oh,
come on, Amir. Roll it.
our last.
Can I roll an insight
You're
check
our last
to see
hope.
which building would be the best one to loot?
No, we already went to building. We're just trying to figure out if it's safe.
Yeah, and your character wouldn't really know what building was the best to loot since you don't frequent this part of town.
Okay, roll big.
What am I rolling?
Investigation.
I know. Look at all of that rolls.
Awesome.
Okay, so mine was the highest. What do I see?
I love that we all got progressively worse.
Yeah, shouldn't that make this roll better?
I'm the cop you bring in to bust their heads, not investigate the crime.
The cat eyes
That's funny.
modifier or something?
Yeah, you don't find anything of value. You do, however, step in a few things that you can't seem to get the scent of off you.
Oh, God bless.
Oh.
Why is it always gotta be something stinky or sticky?
I don't know.
I don't know, because it bugs you.
It's our shit luck, I guess.
All right, so we're inside the building right now, right?
Ooh,
To my knowledge, you are inside a building.
We're inside a building that has a window facing the Supreme Court looking building with the blood bath.
Hmm.
Zoom type.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Okay, now
Alright, so are we gonna short rest it then? Cause obviously our loot check did nothing for us.
our loot check was. We didn't find anything.
It's not true. We found a shitty substance on our shoes.
Ew.
Looks
Does
like
this building already have a roof?
peanut butter. Does it taste?
Does this building that we're gonna have a roof?
Yes.
An intact roof?
Yes.
Okay, River's gonna go up to the roof
Okay.
for the short rest.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to guess. Torch, you're not wearing armor, right?
I don't believe so, right? Right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Taking a look right now just to be sure. But,
Right?
no, the only thing you have is common clothes. You're not wearing any armor. You do have
Okay.
the cloak though, but that's not necessarily armor. It's just an item.
Alright, so are we doing the short rest then?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna use a short rest hit die to,
Before you do that,
okay.
I need anyone that is trying to rest to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Woohoo!
Okay. Let's see.
Aw.
Finally.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm gonna take some more psychic damage. Right?
Okay. So this time around, Tonks and Lord Dadu, you both hear this horrible, gut-wrenching, mind-numbing scream. It does not appear to shake you out of your rest. However, the rest of you take 36 points of psychic damage.
Dang.
What the hell?
That's a lot.
Yes.
I'm down to 15 hit points. Okay, but but wait. So I
So
don't get the advantage of the short rest.
no, you don't because it's interrupted. This has now happened twice to you, with 30 minutes of in-game time in between. You're seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
He's getting more and more angry and more likely to try and reach out and kill anything in the city to try and stop you.
So, anybody got a healing potion? For a fight Skovald, I maybe don't want to do that.
I walk over to Torch and River. I place my hand on them and I transfer 10 points each for lay on hands.
Okay. So River and Torch both regain 10.
Thank you.
And I don't have any health potions on me right now, so I asked Torch if I could have a couple.
Bag of holdings.
And while I'm doing that, I look inside to double check and make sure that my dragon scale armor is still in there.
It is.
And please remind me what how much healing does the potions do?
That depends on which one you are trying to use. There are 6 superior and 8 greater and 2 normal healing potions.
I'll take the 2 normal.
All in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take the 2 normal ones.
So who still needs hit points then?
I-
How much do you need?
I have 25 out of 56 right now.
Okay, I'm gonna give one of my greater healing potions to River.
Many.
My short rest was successful.
Mine was,
Okay.
and yours would have been. At least I'm assuming they would be.
Yes.
So River, a greater healing potion can do 4d4 plus 4. So you'd have to roll 4d4s, and then whatever that is plus 4 would be how many hit points you get back from that.
4 to everyone. Oh. Did I do it? Oh. Okay.
So 15.
So it's a potion of healing, so it's a 2d4 plus 2, right, Miles?
Yes.
It's not yours, River. River, yours is correct. So you get 15 hit points back.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
And
Forgive
did you
me,
get
Matt.
did you have the 10 that Ymir gave you? Okay.
Now I'm up to 40 out of 56. That feels okay going into a big fight. Better than a plus.
You said 40 out of 56?
Yeah.
All right. So because I noticed that they're not on the sheet, I just added those potions into your bag of holding, Kelly.
Thank you.
That way we can keep track of them.
You might want to take another one, River.
Do we have enough for that?
You've got a lot of healing potions.
But wait, what about Torch? How much? You took 34 points of damage too. Do you?
Sorry, my cat just knocked a plate over.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Everything
I
okay?
need to take a break for a second.
No, he gets to eat the ranch now.
Oh, yeah.
But is the plate okay?
Yeah, it was plastic, just fine. It just scared me because I wasn't expecting a plate to fall over. All right, back to the potions.
Well, why not?
I feel silly asking this, but oh, never mind, I found it.
Okay.
I have a question about the short rest because it didn't, when I did it through the app here, it didn't redo my hit points. Do I just do that manually or would it have given me my hit points back? 5.
When you hit the short rest button, you actually have to mark off which hit die you're going to take.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's okay. You can just do it again. It's not going to affect anything.
Did I do just one of these?
Yeah, and each one of them would be equal to one of your hit dice.
Okay.
So Torch, are you still down hit points?
Like 5 if I was paying attention, right? Because it was down 15. He gave me 10. Right? So I'm only down 5.
Well, Miles said that all but 2 of us just took 36 points of damage.
Oh, was it 36? I don't know why I was thinking only 15.
We should definitely do a healing potion.
Yeah, and Miles said that we had like 8 greater healing potions. So River, I would also suggest you take another one.
Yeah, and I have added the 2 potions of healing to Emir's sheet as well.
Okay.
But I'm going to take one and River's going to take one. So we're down to 6 of them, right? Right?
That's the idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's 4d4.
It's 40.
4d4 plus 4.
Okay. I can't do the plus.
And I use one of the regular potions, so I have the other regular potion on my belt.
13. Okay.
So that should put you almost back to your max, right?
I'm at 53 out of 56.
Okay, that's good.
Epic. Cool.
Did I do that right? I'm all 4.
Yeah, you did it absolutely right. I went and checked the sheet to make sure they got marked off and you're all good.
All right.
Sweet.
So Kelly, remember to add 4 to that. because it's 44 plus 4.
Mhm.
You rolled 12, so add 4 to that. So you get 16 points back.
I'm just saying the dwarf's getting antsy because we've already taken damage and I have not been able to swing my sword yet. I'm gonna mess
Well,
up Scoville.
I mean, in theory, 4 hours have elapsed, so it should be
41.
on.
Actually, 4 hours have not elapsed. I said that 30 minutes elapsed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um, so if we want to continue forward, we can do another 30 minutes and I can roll more damage.
I think it's time to attack the bad guy.
I think so too.
I'm thinking a good night fight sounds like a great idea.
Pretty great. Seems pretty great since sitting around dealing 36 damage on its own.
It's not that big a deal. It's just Psychic Scream. It does 16d6 damage.
Only.
I
You know,
think that's
no, I'm
Says
you
the
know,
guy not taking it.
I feel like the group should channel our inner Ymir here and say, let's go kick some ass.
Let's go kick some ass.
Let's go, kicks.
Cool.
I'm ready to write down the initiative order.
Excellent.
Torch, what are you at for health now?
41, right? That's where
Out of what?
51.
Okay. And Tonks, are you good?
Yeah, I'm 100%. I have a question about this psychic damage. Is it like within a certain radius?
What do you mean?
Do we have to be within a certain radius, or is this just all over the city? People are taking damage like this?
It's within the radius of the city itself.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
so this could be hurting our friends in Summer Quarter. We
Yeah.
should probably we should probably get this going.
Let's move. I would like to declare that as soon as I step out onto the street, I am going to tell Midnight that I'd like her to hide herself and wait for my call.
Okay. Yeah, with no problem at all. She sort of scampers off out of sight.
Walking distance, walking time. How far away are we from the guild house?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
We could just loudly announce to ourselves in the middle of the square and make them come to us.
Or we could go there and have the element of surprise.
I mean, I like the element of surprise. What I don't like is the home court advantage he has in that tower.
So Amir steps forward, stomps both of his feet, draws his kite shield onto his arm, pulls out the sunblade, holds it in his hands, taps it against the shield and goes, I say we go get his attention.
I mean, I can get his attention from out here. I can hit that tower pretty dang hard and ring that bell.
This is an Igor's tower, right?
No, it's not. This
Okay.
is the guild hall for the Iron Barons.
Okay.
All right, so I can hit,
My belt.
you know, I can hit that building pretty hard with Eldritch Blast.
But then he might scream again.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So once we've walked halfway out there, please let me know, y'all.
Okay.
Torch, what are we doing? Are we going in or are we calling them out?
I think we should call them out.
So
Avoid booby traps and already pre-planned things by them.
Ooh, yeah, no death by door, please.
no disrespect meant, fearful leader or fearless leader, sorry. Whew. That's a wee bit of a slip there. If we were to call him out, what's to stop him from hitting us again with that psychic damage?
What's stopping him from doing it now, period. He's doing it now, period.
Or when we get in the building, for that matter.
I guess that's true. 6 and 1, I guess. All right. Let's do the thing.
I think we should at least get closer before we call him out.
Okay.
If it's happening every 30 minutes, or the last one was 30 minutes apart, we have some time to get closer before he's definitely gonna do it again. We might be able to get to him before he does it. Ooh, I could put my
I'm
god.
following the party on this one. Whatever we're doing, let's do it.
All right.
That character sheet.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I'd like to propose.
Okay,
I'm going to sneak myself up close enough, get out my mage hand, and give him the bird. See if that can help.
and here's this plan. And then, so you give him the bird and then you go,
Yeah, yeah. It's like the whole Bruce Lee.
yeah. Come at me.
We'll
Okay.
stroke that ego and see what happens.
So you're gonna try and call him out? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, but we're gonna get closer first.
Okay. Okay, so this isn't me trying to ask you if you're splitting the party. I understand you're not doing that. What I am, however, trying to understand is the logistics of this. So when you say that you're going to try and get closer, does that mean the entire group is going to try and move closer? And do you mean like to the building itself, or do you mean towards the door? Or like, I just want some specifics because, for instance, William and Brooke are the only two players that have characters that are melee specific.
Yeah, the Aircaster should stay in the back. We should move
And
in.
I can lead since I went already and I know a safe passage, so I can like lead everybody close.
right,
With
and
the spellcaster.
so that's really what I was curious about, is that like is the whole group advancing?
I was hoping to surprise everybody, but I have a spell that I very much want to cast on myself. It has about a 10-minute duration. I also have a spell that called Mage Armor that I was going to cast on Torch, because Torch is not wearing any armor right now, and I haven't had a chance to really cast any spells. This is a buff spell. I don't want to do it in the middle of combat. It's also got a 10-minute duration. And then I also have Shield of Faith, which I could, it's a concentration spell, so I'm going to have that prepped just in case. But I've wanted to use Firewall like you would not believe, or Fire Shield. Fire Shield. Oh my God, I want to use Fire Shield.
Okay.
So cast Mage Armor. I was going to, as soon as we're about halfway there, I was going to cast Mage Armor onto Torch. And I think you guys have a great idea of the caster staying back. And then I keep moving on. That spell can stay there on her. And as we get closer to the door and where they're going to come out, I can cast Fire Shield on myself. And we have a few minutes of this to at least start the fight off buffed out. Those are my buffs that I can do right now without, hindering us or taking away too many of my spell slots.
I think that's a good idea.
Then you said, I'm just taking a look at the spells. And then you said Fire Shield.
Oh, I could put on my goggles. And then
Also,
the projection of myself in there and be like, nanny nanny boo boo, come out and fight me. Or something.
and Brooke,
Nothing.
as long as you are within, if you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +2 bonus to all your saving throws. And you get an increase of 10 feet on your speed.
I'm gonna stick with Mir.
Okay.
Okay, if I put my goggles on and send my projection of myself into the building, he can't, he could attack it, but it's not gonna hurt me.
No, it won't hurt you at all.
But it would like dissipate and go,
Correct.
but it would get his attention.
It would. However, just to highlight it, if you wanted that to happen, that is contingent on you going to the ethereal plane. So you do have to change planes for that to happen.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
I would put my goggles.
okay.
Okay, is everybody ready for me to go say nanny nanny boo boo to the bad guy?
Knock the door.
Let's see here, spells.
What's
So,
I hit River with Bardic Inspiration.
Hey.
Hey, where's my inventory?
Mhm.
Nightshades, what's the code word? Do I have a code word?
I told you needed to make your own.
I think I did. I think
your armor has become 13 plus your dexterity modifier.
All right.
Yeah, it's not written anywhere on the thing.
Oh,
But yes, I did tell you that you had to create your own word in order to trigger the effect.
okay. I can't remember if I already decided something, but I'm deciding right now that my code word for the Nightshades is "Let's go, girls." Just like tonight's game.
Sorry, what was it? I didn't hear it.
My code word for the Nightshades is "Let's go, girls." Like Night Twain.
I love it. Yeah, all right. So
And then the bard starts playing.
I probably would in other circumstances.
And Amir looks up and says, "Don't impress me much."
Okay, so River disappears from sight the moment that she speaks, and in her place, you see River, who now you're in control of this
Mhm.
ethereal or
So
illusory facsimile of yourself.
I can move the illusion up to 30 feet to a space I can see, but it must remain within 120 feet of me.
Yep.
And it lasts for 10 minutes, or until I remove the goggles or use an action to speak the command word again.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna send the projection of me, like, hands behind your back, skipping along, whistling into the bad vibes.
Okay. Yeah, the front door to this guild hall is wide open, almost welcoming you. And as you walk inside, let's see, make his roll here. Stop looking.
I'm not looking. What? Hang on.
Okay. This is why I didn't associate the bad guy sheets with the game, so you can't see the rolls.
Oh, nice.
Cheeky son of.
You're welcome.
Okay,
For all of your DM tips, just pay attention to the things your DM did that you don't like. Use those. Okay, cool. Cool. Can you roll a deception check for me?
oh goodness. And okay, checks or I only get saves.
Deception is one of your skills.
Right, okay.
So just click that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't do any of the checks. This is
Zoom's hating on Brooke. I don't like it.
Anyway. Yeah, a 20 is awesome.
nothing.
Yeah, I rolled to see if he could figure out if that was really you. And as far as you can tell, he thinks it's you.
Okay, but so I can see what my illusion can see, or I can only see what I can see?
You can only see what you can see.
And can I see him from where I am?
Or
I'm in the ethereal plane, so I could move into the building to be able to see him.
so
Can he see me?
I'm getting to that. So illusory double version of you sort of like casually skips into the lion's den. Meanwhile, while that's happening, you phase into the ethereal plane and duck inside the building, which is still there. But inside of this space, you see that there is a whirlwind of specters circling around a giant throne made out of the bodies of the members of this guild.
Ooh.
They are screaming in absolute agony underneath the weight of this massive black monster. Its eyes are glowing a very bright white as it looks dead ahead at you. I need you to make we'll call it a charisma save.
Okay, a charisma save, and I get +2 from William. I'm still within 10 feet of William.
And does she get
You
my
are
vote?
not,
I'm
because
not?
you're now on the ethereal plane.
Oh. Okay, so I just do a charisma save. What were you gonna say, Heather?
Does my bardic inspiration work for her right now?
It does not. Transcended planes.
Poop. Okay.
Charisma save.
Nice. Okay,
What?
now let's roll. You got a what?
A 21.
Plus
Am I not allowed to look?
My
Uh,
favorite part was the self-satisfied grin. That was cat-like.
okay, you fail the save
Ah, damn.
With the 21?
with a 21.
What the hell?
Yeah, his bonus to intimidation is +8 and he rolled a 16.
When the DM starts counting in their head the numbers, you know it's either going to be close or you lost.
So let's see. Where's my
We are screwed.
status effects are there. You are now considered petrified.
Great.
You are incapacitated, cannot move or speak, and unaware of your surroundings
Fantastic.
In the ethereal plane?
in the ethereal plane.
Fudge.
You automatically fail any dexterity saving throws or checks. Attackers have advantage on attack rolls against you. You are resistant to all types of damage. Any poison or disease that's affecting you is no longer affecting you, and you are now immune to poison and diseases.
Okay, so I'm petrified.
You are petrified. Your entire body, as this thing looks at you, hardens into almost a marble-like consistency, and your mind is still inside of it.
So the t-shirt was foreshadowing.
Oh.
No, if you look back at our recordings, aside from like maybe 3 or 4, I've worn this shirt at literally every single game session.
This is the game shirt.
Okay.
So she's not on our plane at all, right? We
Nope.
can't see her.
Nope. You can see Illusory River, which you can now view from your vantage point, Emir, sort of trots into the building, maybe about 150 feet away from the throne. And you can hear this sort of low rumbling sound that if you didn't know any better, you might think is thunder. But as close as you are, you start to realize that it's laughter.
But I can't see him yet, right?
You can't see him from where you are, but you can clearly see River.
I can't
And-
control my illusory image anymore, right?
It has moved into the room as far as you declared it was going to move, and then you got hardened.
Okay.
And so it's still in effect because it's part of that magic item, but
I can't do.
it can't do anything. It just looks like you just standing there with your hands behind your back, just happy to be there.
Great.
Yeah, he laughs heartily. And steps down from his throne and waves a hand through the illusion, and it disappears. If you're coming for me, you'll have to do better than that.
All right.
If you have a spine among you, come, or I will hunt you down like dogs.
Come on out, fucker. Sorry.
We all know what Amir's gonna do. Amir's gonna do what Amir's gonna do.
You gonna rush in there by yourself?
Okay. Roll initiative if that's what you're planning.
Do I get to roll
You do get to roll so that you are in the initiative
for when this wears off?
for when it wears off, if it wears off.
Do I get to roll another save?
No,
And
Are
you
we
said I'm
all-
about 150 feet away, right?
you are about 150 feet away from where River is. And River is about 150 feet away from the throne.
No, my illusory image was 150 feet away.
That's
from
what
it.
I meant.
I was just inside the door.
And he walked towards her and he waved his arm through, so he's close to where she
Correct.
was.
He's like right there.
Are we all rolling initiative then?
It's probably a good idea to. That way this is just all in the chat.
Nice torch.
Blast him.
No shit. Okay, so Emir, since you technically have a round before this happens, it's not a surprise round, so you don't get any bonuses on the attack, but he's basically goading you to come and hit him.
I walk forward 30 feet. Actually, I walk forward. I walk forward 35 feet.
Mhm.
I look him right in the face. I smile, hold my hand out, and I do. I cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Let's see, what's his AC? That'll hit.
What'd you say?
That hits.
Take it.
11 points of damage.
Thank you.
On a hit, the target takes the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Okay.
First time.
Yeah, good hit. Okay. So now we're going to fall into the initiative line, which means that Torch, you're up.
I swear I used to have a spell that was something like where you hit it with them and then you learn more about them on how to destroy them on the next time. Something on that, but I'm not seeing it in my list. Do. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
I'm looking-
Nothing good has ever happened when I put my goggles on.
I mean, define good. Because technically they freed you from certain doom in the other guild house.
What do you mean?
Well, when you escaped the winter fae, using those goggles was what got you out of there without being killed.
Okay, I guess I was thinking of when I tried to let go of the staff, I think.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of the goggles.
Neither, okay.
Spell.
Well, Bing, the spell I'm thinking about, I can't find. I might just do Firebolt.
I'm
So
looking.
it's 120 feet.
Let's see. trying to find that spell for you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in my list.
Hmm. I don't see it.
I don't either.
Like, I'm trying to look up the spell you're talking about, and I'm not finding it right now. I do remember which one you're talking about, but for the life of me, I can't find it anywhere.
It's not in my list either, so it'd be one that I'd have to switch out anyways. I have mage armor twice, so I imagine I took it off on accident.
Hmm.
But I do have burning, wait, no, not burning hands. Firebolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and do firebolt.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Firebolt,
damage, right?
17 to hit. Yeah, that hits. And then, ouch. Okay, I can mark it off as sheet. Okay. Let's see. Next in the order. Or are you gonna move? Was that your turn?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll stay where I'm at.
Cool. Then after Torch. Let's see. So many rolls. 8, 7. Okay.
Oh, that is mixed.
Yeah,
I wrote
with a
it down.
14. Yeah. So, Senor Dadu.
How far away am I? From, what's his name?
If you're outside the building still, you are probably about 200 feet away. From the door to where he's standing is about 150 feet.
So I'm 50 feet from the main door.
Basically, yeah.
And Ymir is inside the building or not inside the building?
Emir is now inside the building.
To one side of the doorway. There's still space in between because Amir, it's a tingling sensation on his back when he's directly in front of a warlock.
Yeah, but
That's called PTSD.
and it's irrelevant. Even if I get close to the door, it still puts him 160 feet away from me. The range is only 120.
Hmm.
Amir's PTSD does not know that.
To be fair, I don't think that Emir has ever been facing Lord Dadu when he fired on him. So he probably can't tell how far apart they were at any of those situations.
I mean, you make it sound like I purposely aim for his back.
Well,
I don't aim
Yes.
for him at all.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do?
That's an excellent question.
Now, remember, if you want to, you can hold your action.
I'm gonna use my movement speed to move 30 feet closer. And then I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay?
Can I do that? I can do that, right?
You can move and then hold your action. However, the action needs to be contingent on something, or you'll end up losing it. Because if you go through the entire combat to the end of or rather the entire initiative order and go to the end of the initiative order, then you lose that turn entirely.
So can I make it contingent upon him coming within 120 feet of me? And if he gets within 120 feet of me, I can fire on him then?
Yes.
And that's what Lord Ad is gonna do.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if he comes within 120 feet of Lord Dadu, then Lord Dadu's action triggers and he gets to attack.
Okay.
If that happens during somebody else's turn, it does not happen like a bonus action where it would happen during that person's turn. They get to complete their turn and then you get your action. Just FYI.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna move up to the door and then wait. Okay.
Next is me.
Okay.
I am petrified.
Yes. Let me see here.
How long does the petrified last? Does it have a time limit or?
Okay, you can't move or speak.
Yeah, I just read about it. It basically sounds like I don't get to do anything else in this entire fight.
Unless something gets you out of the ethereal plane.
Right.
Um,
Nobody has the ability to do that. Thing?
Midnight? And I said midnight after her?
Midnight doesn't go through the ethereal plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ethereal plane is the plane of ghosts and things like that.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's the reason why where River's at, she can see basically a facsimile of everything that is in the real world, but
Oh.
also there are like spirits and ghosts and things like that here.
Oh, I got you.
Let's see here. I need you to make me a, wait, hold on. Actually, I don't need to have you make a check at all. What is your passive perception?
Oh. Where did she go?
10 plus 1. Okay, so 11. You can see where you're at that as Skovald is sitting before you on this throne, with each passing moment, you see him get stronger and stronger. He's growing in size. After only what you would equate to about 6 seconds, he's grown from a medium-sized creature to a large-sized creature.
I thought he was standing, walking for sure, not sitting.
He is in the material realm.
Oh, but in the ethereal, he's sitting on the throne still.
Yes.
Okay.
Getting all the more menacing. Now, okay. High or low?
Me?
You.
Hi.
Cool.
Sounds like a toilet is flushing on your computer.
The dice that I'm using are the potions of heroism. So when they roll, they sound like glass potion bottles filled with some sort of liquid.
Ha.
Okay. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So yeah, on your turn, you can think.
Great. I think this sucks.
Okay.
Here is next.
Ymir is next.
I wish to move towards him my full 35 feet.
Okay.
And I put it in the chat, but I'm actually gonna yell it out. Fantastic 5. It's time to fudge this man up.
Whoop, whoop.
Would love to.
Okay. You move another 35 feet, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
Can you tell he wants this fight? Because I can tell he wants this fight.
Real bad.
At 20.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see what kind of.
Because I have my friends with me. I'm good.
Okay. So let's roll the dice on this one. $31, so 61. Okay. He levels one finger at you and casts Finger of Death. However, because you made the saving throw, you do not die. You do, however, take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Do I?
You don't have resistance to necrotic, as far as I'm aware.
He's wearing some ring.
You have a ring against necrotic.
Or
What
His
ring?
pinky protects him.
The only ring that I knew that you had picked up was the Ring of Armor, the +1.
Was the what?
The Ring of Armor?
Was it? Because originally you said it was either A, Ring of Armor, or it was Ring of Anti-Necrotic Damage.
No, I did
You
not.
said
No, I said that it was either the Ring of Armor or a Ring of Disposal that would eat your finger.
okay.
That was the one that you found in Emil's shop, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you got it identified, it was a Ring of Armor that granted you a +1 to your AC.
Okay. I misremembered.
That's okay. Yeah, so he hits you for 30, and you see Emir sort of enveloped in this giant black hand that just completely enrobes him to the point where you can't see him. And then it goes like this, and it's gone. And what's left is Emir still standing, still rugged, still ready to fight, but clearly now far more damaged than he was only a moment ago.
I'm good. I'm good. I got this.
River's just thinking, we're fucked.
Um,
Just thinking.
yeah, that was Skovald, his held action. So that's him on this turn now. Who is next in line? After Emir talks.
It'd be me.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I had a plan, but now Ymir is damaged, so I feel like I should heal him instead. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word,
Okay.
the 3rd level.
Okay. So what's the range on that? Does it say?
60 feet.
Okay, so you'd have to move up quite a bit to get to him for that.
Okay.
Let's see, from the outside. You could reach him with a double move,
Oh,
or if you moved 60 and then there's another 60. Yeah, okay. So if you moved up to the door and then cast, you could do it.
would I be able to do that in one turn?
Yeah, you got to move and an action.
Gosh, up to the door. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, cool. Cast your healing word.
Oh, wait. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
Okay.
Did I do it already?
Does that hit me?
Oh shit. I did do it already. Okay. So then that was the healing or
Okay. So you'd regain that 6.
that was such a waste. Sorry about that.
It's not a waste. Anything is helpful.
Thank you.
It's true.
This thing just hits hard. Okay. That is all the way around combat, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, that puts it back at. Let's see.
And Scovold never moved within range for Dadu to use Eldritch Blast.
He didn't move at all.
Okay.
So this is the end of combat. Is there something that Dadu wants to do with his action before we move on?
How far am I away from him?
If you're at the door, it's 150 feet.
So technically I can use my action to go another 30 feet, can't I?
Yeah.
So I'll do that. If
Okay.
this is the round.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that moves you further into the room. It puts you not that far behind Amir. Okay, and Torch, you're the top of the initiative. This room has become remarkably colder. It is so chill you can see your breath. Just helpful knowledge, maybe.
Oh.
So, what would you like to do?
And we're no longer in combat?
You are in combat.
No, okay. I was about to say, I'm all like, what?
That was only the end of a round, not the end
Yes.
of combat.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have Jim's magic missile I'd like to try.
Haha, nice.
Let's go ahead and press buttons.
Do it.
Nice.
I love Jim's magic missile. Hell yeah. Okay, 14 to hit. Let me look. That is a miss. I'm sorry.
Boo.
Okay, but that is your action. You can still move if you want to.
No, I'll stay.
Okay. Then after you, it's Dadu. Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm now within 120 feet of this guy, right?
Yes.
How close am I to Ymir?
5 feet.
5 feet? Can I use a free action to ask him if he wants to stay this close or if he wants to get further away?
Yeah.
Maybe to up.
Yeah. The free action is, like 6 seconds worth of dialogue. So yeah.
Are we staying or going? Because you're hurt.
I'm going. I've got this. As long as he's focused on me, the rest of you can kill this.
It's not going to be focused on you for long.
Okay.
All right. So if he's not willing to leave, then I can't make him leave. Not with the spells I have yet. Wait till later. I will. All right. So in that case, it's time for the classics. It's time for some Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
As soon as I can get my sheet back to where it should be. All right. So here we go. Round 1.
Fight.
That's gonna
13.
miss.
Yes.
Round 2. That'll hit.
That's a hit.
All right, dang it. Stupid page.
Okay.
Round 3. And boom.
19.
Round 4.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That'll definitely hit. All right. So as that last Eldritch Blast hits him, you see him fall to one knee, and his laughter becomes louder as he collapses, no longer moving. As
All
far
right.
as far as you can tell, he's dead.
I doubt it. I'm gonna die that easily.
That makes it River's turn.
Still thinking. Thinking about how much this sucks.
On your side of things in the ethereal plane, that monstrous creature that you were watching that was Scovold, now has increased in size again and is now a huge size creature,
Great,
which, to put in context, makes him somewhere between 20 and 50 feet tall.
super. And I'm just thinking about how great that is.
And you're just watching how big
Just
and
thinking about it.
and it gets worse and worse as things progress.
I'm thinking that sucks.
Here's an important question. Ryan,
Yeah.
is Lord Dadu using the mask right now?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I mean, it's on, but I haven't activated it.
Okay. You're just gonna come over here.
I'm just gonna come get candy. It's shit's fucked.
It's a fun night at home when your partner doesn't get to play.
Brooke, it happens to everybody.
And there is an eruption of energy that comes out from him that is so massive that it knocks you out of the ethereal plane. On the material plane, the body of Scovold begins to sort of undulate, like the whole thing of it is just sort of pulsing and stretching obscenely until it is just a horrible, monstrous facsimile of what it was before. And then it splits from one side to the other, and out of it emerges this massive, horrifying demon, standing about 35 feet tall, enrobed and made of nothing but dark shadow. And these piercing white eyes look directly into you. Yes.
Am I still petrified when I come out of the ethereal plane?
You are not, because traveling through the planes erases any condition effects.
Okay, so now do I take any damage?
Excellent question. Let me roll for that.
Sometimes you don't ask the demon question. I'm just saying.
They would have thought of it as it's not, it would have happened.
You take 11 points of damage.
Okay, but now I'm within 10 feet of American, right?
Yeah, you're actually. Yeah, actually, you would be.
Okay, Amir, what's the thing that you said that happens that's good when I'm near you?
All of a
You get
sudden,
an extra 10 feet of speed and you get a +2 on your saving throws.
Okay,
from your perspective, at least the party's perspective, River materializes out of nowhere, solid as a stone. And then that starts to sort of melt off of her, almost like a candle.
And then she shakes like a cat that got wet.
But yeah, this terrifying thing is looking down at all of you. I would like everybody to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
So I get +2 to that,
That would be
now
correct.
that I'm out of the.
That'd be correct. You also can now benefit from the bardic inspiration as well.
Great. What does that do for me? If I rolled terribly.
Damn, Ymir's on fire tonight.
It is a Constitution save, which is a high one for a tank, usually. Yeah, with a +5, yeah.
I
Okay,
had
so,
+6.
yeah. Torch and Amir make the save. The rest of you are going to take a little bit of damage.
I didn't put that 11 points.
That is 12 points of poison damage. If any of you are resistant or immune to poison, resistance takes half of that damage. Immunity, you take nothing.
Sound really, where is that?
On your sheet, it is under defenses on the top right next to conditions.
Thank you.
Not everyone has resistances or immunities or things like that, but I'm pointing that out in case somebody does, and I'm just not aware of it off the top of my head.
How many points of damage was it?
Tonks, you definitely do.
I have a poison resistance. Woo!
So you took 11 points of psychic damage
Yeah, I
being
did.
pushed back in here, and then 12 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Where did you say resistance was?
Resistance halves it.
No, where did you say it was it if you?
Top right underneath defenses.
Where the heck is
Oh,
that?
I knew that was back.
Or if you're on the phone app, it's under features and traits.
Okay.
Yes. So, did you already apply that damage?
Yes.
Yeah, so River rematerializes, and as though things weren't bad enough in the ethereal plane, you now come back to the material plane where things are safe, only to see that this thing has traveled here too now.
But it's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay?
Do I put that somewhere on my sheet? Dang it. I always hit that.
This is one of those things where it's a downside that I've never actually played as a player in D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, I can mark it on my uses. I can use
Yeah,
it twice
there it
for
is.
long rest.
Under your
I gain
features.
advantage on strength checks and saving throws, +2 to melee damage with strength weapons, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage.
And you can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging.
But I don't have any spells.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna rage. And then I'm going to use the last word. No, I'm not within 10 feet of it.
Yeah, you are.
I am. I'm within 10 feet of the big bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna strike at it with my last word.
Okay.
But that's not a strength weapon, that's a melee. Right?
Well, melee weapons use strength or dexterity for damage based on what they are.
Oh, so does the last word use strength or dexterity?
It uses, well, that's your choice because it has
Oh, I get to
finesse.
decide?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to hit, right?
Jeez.
Did I hit it?
That'll hit.
Is this still the same creature that we were fighting, or that is gone and now we're fighting something different?
This is a different creature entirely,
Okay,
although
Right.
it's also Skobald still.
yeah, but he has different AC and.
Yep.
Now different health points.
Yep.
Okay. So a 31 will hit. Okay.
31 will hit. If a 31 won't hit, just stop.
We're fucked. Okay. And now I can roll. Now this is slashing. When I hit last word.
Yes.
Can I, but does it do the +2 because I'm raging?
Yes,
Okay. Will it automatically do that?
I believe so.
It didn't. It did the +6, it did 2d6 +6. But,
Then you add 2 then.
okay, so then I deal 14 damages.
Okay. That was so close with a 19 though.
If I had crit on that with the Vorpal, what, isn't the 19 of crit?
No, not on this. In order for the Vorpal ability to activate, you have to roll a nat 20.
Okay, but I can say where I hit him, right? Because it's seeking.
Yeah, you can do a cult shot.
With a 19, with a 31, can I chop off?
It still is not going to activate its Vorpal ability.
I know, but can I chop off its arm?
It still does not chop things off.
Well, I want to severely damage its dominant arm.
Okay, so what you're saying is you are aiming for its dominant arm.
Yeah,
Okay, so is there a particular place that you're aiming for? The elbow, the shoulder, the wrist?
the shoulder where that artery is. That makes.
Oh, okay.
What, the fingers?
No.
The fingertip?
Okay.
You have a
If he
weak
has no
charades
finger,
game.
he can cast Finger of Death.
I don't know how to, oh, cut off its hand, so it can't cast Finger of Death. Well, I'm disabling its arm by hitting the artery there, so it'll start bleeding really bad.
Don't worry, this thing doesn't have Finger of Death. It's a different monster
It's a
entirely.
totally different monster.
But yet it's still Scoball.
It is.
It's Scovald from the ethereal plane
That's the
that I
thing.
just saw.
Yeah, you hit him hard. And 12 points of damage.
14,
14 points of damage.
just to be clear.
It's okay. I'm glad we're clear. Get my calculator out. 14. Cool. It has now been, you're talking about maybe 5, 10, 15. Yeah, about 15 minutes out from the next wave of these things that's been affecting you as far as you can tell. The psychic damage.
Mhm.
And here actually. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, this thing sort of heartily laughs at you, and its own wounds begin to slowly seal themselves.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And as this thing towers over you, casting a shadow beyond compare, and you feel the cold, icy grip of death surrounding you on all sides. That's where I'm going to call game.
But I didn't get to move.
You didn't.
Oh no, how did we get here already? No.
How many people do we have left in this round?
Everyone,
Everyone.
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
because I think River ends the round.
No, Emira and Chance were after me in initiative.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine if you have something you want to declare, like you want to do something here.
Yeah, like
But-
I ran the fuck away.
Not you.
Oh,
The two of you are
not
still
me.
the two of you are still in the initiative round. So you can do something if you want to at this point. I'm trying to wrap things now because we've hit the wall. Like we hit the time frame.
I was only going to cast 2 spells and move closer to him, so I wasn't going to do an attack.
Um, and yeah, if you want to declare that you're going to move away, that's fine.
I would like to.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Um, yeah,
I think they save it for next round, Amir.
I really do think that it's best for us to stop here.
The fastest 2 hours ever.
For what it's worth. I don't want us to move too much further because I think that it's going to start to sort of unravel quickly.
Oh my god.
So good news, bad news. You've defeated his hardest form.
Oh. Yay.
That's appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when he's dead.
And in that same line, I'm not going to award experience points until the end of this actual battle.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is he humanoid or is he some other thing?
So the one you defeated was a humanoid. This one is a fiend.
Okay.
So reverse legs or
No. Think the giant quasi devil creature from Fantasia.
Isn't it in game resources? Isn't this it?
Yeah, that's Scoble. That's what he looks like in his current form.
I've been looking at him.
I'm
Dang.
gonna throw this out there just because Lord Dadu is one who's all about the wording. And in case this comes up later, the wording said, I can't kill with Eldritch Blast. However, Lord Dadu is all about the wording on things, and Scoball himself is still alive. Just because one form of him has died doesn't mean he's violated anything. Just throwing it out there.
And that's a yo mama.
and it
Oh.
didn't die the Eldritch Blast.
That's true. You did not deal the killing blow.
I did not deal the killing blow with Eldritch Blast.
Wait,
Um,
yeah, you did. Didn't he
No.
go down his knee after the
His,
Eldritch Blast?
as our DM just said it, and as everybody else has said it afterwards and everything, his hardest form was defeated, but Scoball is still alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
The enemy is still alive. I did not kill the enemy. I just merely made it change forms. There's a difference.
Took out a Horcrux.
Something like that. It's actually a lot closer to any of those magical girl animes where somebody ends up transforming, almost like Power Rangers. I have one form and then I have another.
Kind of like when the Power Rangers hit the bad guy before they're in all their tank things, and Rita Repulsa says, make my monster grow. All I did was make it so that Rita had to use her wand.
Mhm.
That's it.
It's like a
Yeah, there's a
game.
lot of pride in your voice that you had to. You got her to use the wand.
This creature feeds off of fear. So it's just going to keep getting bigger. The more times that things fail saves.
Mm. So
Um,
is it actually getting bigger or is
yes.
that an illusion?
No, it is actually getting bigger.
Okay.
There are bonuses and negatives to that. Being bigger means its AC goes down, makes it easier to hit. Being bigger also means that it can often soak a lot more damage, like it can take more hits. And of course, it comes with things like added strength bonuses, added constitution bonuses, stuff like that, just because you're bigger. But smaller characters gain advantages, especially literally small size creatures gain advantages.
Are any of us small size?
No,
Um,
dwarves are considered medium in D&D.
Wow.
So it's less of this, William, and more of sorry.
Can I bring something up?
Sure.
Okay, so we played a week early, so our next time should be the 25th, but somebody couldn't play that day. So then we skip the 2nd and our next game is July 9th. Does that work for everybody? I know that's 3 weeks from today, so things change, but I thought
Yeah,
it might be a good idea to confirm before we log off tonight.
That works for me.
I'll either be super happy or super depressed that day.
Why?
I did the rookie one test is on the 7th.
Oh,
See how that
Well,
goes.
in that case, you're just
You
gonna
got
be
this.
happy on the 8th because that's the Monday after it, and you're gonna be too bruised to be happy on the 7th. So you'll be super happy on the 8th and ready for D&D on the 9th.
Thank you for your positivity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, any support we can give you, Heather.
Thank you.
cool.
Or Lord Daddy just states facts. You'll be super happy.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me before I turn off this recording? No? Cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and